Welcome back, friends. It's me, Rhonda, the tech assistant at the Salem, Ohio Public Library. I am just going to roll out a small video for you this week because I want to prep everyone for the program that is coming up next Tuesday at 6:30 p.m., which is a Microsoft Excel for Beginners class. If you are interested in enrolling in that, please make sure you visit the Salem, Ohio Public Library's website and you can register right online, or feel free to give us a call and we can go ahead and do that over the phone for you. So once again, that will be next week on the 14th at 6:30 p.m. So to start this, I just want to go over a few basic tips on Microsoft Excel so that you have a little bit more of an understanding of some of the wording and some of the vocabulary that goes into explaining Microsoft Excel. Up here, this area is called the ribbon. So all the way across here, this is your ribbon, and as you can see, there's plenty of buttons. We won't get into all of those buttons today, but I will go over a few. To begin, we can go ahead and look at our fonts, which is the same as maybe Microsoft Word, if you're familiar with that, but here you would just go ahead and you can pick your fonts. And of course, over here is the size of your fonts. We have some other basics like bold, italics, and underline here. We also have our fill color and our text color. We have some alignments. So we have a line to the left, the middle, and to the right. We can wrap text. So one thing about the wrapping of the text is that not everybody knows what that means. So here I'm going to go ahead and put Salem, Ohio Public Library. And as you can see, it sort of took it all the way to over here instead of staying in this nice, neat column. So when you wrap a text, you go ahead and click it. And as you can see, it keeps it in the cell. So that is one of the vocabulary words that I want everyone to get used to. These are called cells. And if you go up this way and we have this vertical line, this is a column. And over here on the left, when you click on a number, you have the horizontal line, which is considered a row. So once again, just a recap. So we have cells, which are the boxes. We have columns and we have rows. That will be very important a little later on down the road, especially if you're planning on attending the program next week. We can merge cells. So what this is basically if you have a word that is just a little too large to fit in your cell box, you can actually go ahead and turn two cells into one, or even three cells or four cells or five, whatever you want. You can make that into one larger cell. This really comes in handy when you're trying to do headings for something. So let's say you want to do something a little bit more with the calendar. So we'll go ahead and we'll add some of these in. Oops, I spelled it wrong. I'm a tech assistant, not a spelling perfectionist. So here we go. We'll do March. Now, let's say we want to make this into, we'll combine three cells. We would just go ahead and highlight our cells. You could do that by clicking and dragging this crosshair here. Just go like this, and you make sure you hold your button. And then you would merge. And see how that brings it right here into the, all three of them combined to make one, and it centers it for you. Up here, we have our dollar amounts. We have percentages. So let's say we wanted to make something $5. When you type in 5, it doesn't have any sort of value to it. It's just 5. So you can go ahead and click on that, and you can do this little dollar sign here, and it turns it into dollars. Or you can go here and do this percent sign. So we'll do it in a different cell. Let's go. Say you wanted to say 5%. Click on that, and you go right here. Oh, that took it to 500%. That makes sense. So there's a few things that once you get used to it, you have to sort of fidget with it a little bit and learn the mechanics of it. But get in there and really play around, because you can't hurt anything by just checking it out on here. You can always just delete it and not worry about it. Just use it as sort of a scrapbook or a scrap sheet. So furthermore, we have our formatting. We have formatting with tables. And here we even have some easy formulas for you to use. So most times people want to do totals of something. So let's say if we go here and we do like 5, 10, 15, 20, and we want to find out what the sum of all of those are, you would just highlight the cell that you want the total to be in, and you go up here to AutoSum. And it even guesses it for you. So this is correct because these are all the blocks. We even have a little extra block down there, but there's nothing in it, so it won't hurt anything. And we would just hit enter. And as you see, it went ahead and did our total for us. Down here, you'll notice this little tab that says Sheet 1. Now let's say that we wanted to change this to say something like maybe we wanted to say January because we're going to do some things for different months. You would right click on this tab and this little box pops up, this drop down menu, and you can go ahead and click rename. And then you would just put in whatever your title is. And let's say that we wanted to add another sheet to this. This plus sign right here will help you add a new sheet. So here we are. We have a brand new sheet, Sheet 2. Say we want to name this one February. Again, we would right click. We would see this drop down menu and we would go to rename. So that's just some of the very, very basics. Really what I want you guys to take away from this today is I want you to remember columns, rows, tabs, and then up here, we also have our file, which is where if you were going to save your worksheet, you would go to File, Save As, and then you would just follow that step and it will take it into the folder that most of your documents save into. We have Insert up here, which we can insert pictures or shapes. I will go over that a little more in the program, or if you guys would like another video detailing that, make sure that you say something on the Facebook page. We have a ton of other things up here that I'm really not going to go into detail today, but I will work on in a future video. And so with that, that is really just the basics of Microsoft Excel. But one last thing I wanted to share with you was how to access the templates here. So when you go to create a new spreadsheet, you would go to File, and then here you can see all of these different things. These are actually your templates. So we have Welcome to Excel, drop down tutorial, formula tutorial. These are all tutorials, but you can go over to templates or more templates. And as you can see, there are a lot of different things that you can do. So if you need a calendar, we can go ahead and click on this calendar and create. And here you go. And you're easily able to go in there and you can change whatever you want. We could turn it to June 2022. We would go in and change our days. And at that point, there's some things with the formatting can be a little bit difficult or tricky to work on, but the more you get in there and mess with it, the better off you'll be, and you'll learn a lot of the tricks along the way. But it is something that I will again be going over in another video or in the program next week. Okay, everybody, I hope that gave you just a little bit of insight on Microsoft Excel, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you. Have an excellent day.